Well, of course, this is a big, big event. Just less than 1 year to go to the Games now, and we've got 100 Paralympic athletes, great Paralympians, Oscar Pistorius, Ellie Simmons, all these people here, all dead excited about being in Trafalgar Square and really giving everyone a taste for Paralympic sport. 20 sports at the Games, 10 on show here today. The way that this area of London has been transformed, I mean, it's just such a credit to the ODA and to LOCOG, and we're just going to maximise the use of that park. It's going to be brilliant to be there.
Apart from the fact that we really do want to celebrate the extraordinary work of the international Paralympic movement, we also wanted to have a practical face to it, and that was really encouraging as many young people to come to Trafalgar Square today and really understand the extraordinary excellence that is involved in Paralympic sport. You know, the point that when young people come here and watch wheelchair basketball, watch Oscar Pistorius lining up, they really do have to understand that these guys are doing something that 90% of the population couldn't get within a country mile of, but really are really trying to broaden the understanding about the nature of Paralympic sport, and I think we really have a good opportunity to do that today. There is a real bedrock of understanding about the Paralympic Games in this country. It is our history. It is something that we effectively created in 1948. Our athletes are now household names.
There's a fantastic opportunity for us to host International Paralympic Day in Trafalgar Square, just under a year to go to the Games. The day has never been outside Germany, so it's a great opportunity for us to essentially turn the whole of the square into a Paralympic sport zone, enable the public to see sports they may never have seen before, get everybody really excited about the fact that the Games is coming to London in just under a year's time, and more importantly, tickets go on sale on the 9th of September, and we really want everybody to get excited about the sports and to get their application in for any and all of those 20 Paralympic sports which will be taking place in just under a year's time. I think it's been fantastic, the crowds that we've had through the square today. What I hope everybody gets is a sense of world-class sport, which next year will be in world-class venues. We want people to be excited by that, excited by the fact that there will be great British Paralympians on top of that medal rostrum across a whole series of sports, not least swimming, athletics, cycling in the velodrome. Fantastic chance to get involved with that. People who've come and experienced it, perhaps they've experienced Paralympic sport for the first time, we want them to go, this is extraordinary, we have to be part of it. We want them to go onto the website, tickets.london2012.com, get their ticket application in, because we want to make sure that next summer we have a crowd drawn from across the whole of the United Kingdom, not cheering but positively roaring on great British Paralympic success.
Look, I mean, the Paralympics gives us many of those collateral opportunities or legacy opportunities that we've talked about so much as a critical part of delivering these games effectively, whether it's creating sporting opportunities for grassroots participation in Paralympic sport and making sure we're sort of building those opportunities, getting people involved in them, whether it's in changing attitudes of people towards people in a wheelchair or whatever, because what Paralympic sport does is it focuses you on the brilliant things they can do, not what they can't do, and it really does make a radical change to how people think about you. So, those are potentially really powerful legacies, and we want to use the Paralympics to help bring them about.
International Paralympic Day is about sparking that kind of enthusiasm for the Paralympic movement. We know we have great support for our British athletes, but what we also want to do is get people to come and to buy tickets. There's an application process to come and cheer them on. And whether you support British athletes or any of the other nations around the world, we want to fill the stadiums. And Paralympic sport is amazing. There's people winning, there's losing, there's tears, there's drama, there's excitement, there's jubilation. And it's something, we're never going to have a Games on home soil like this again. We have to make the most of that opportunity. We're also going to see some of the best sport we've ever seen, because although we've got loads of British talent in every sport, we've also got the rest of the world knowing how important the Paralympics is to us, and they're going to want to beat us in our own backyard. So it's going to be challenging, but I think Paralympics GB will do a pretty good job.
I think International Paralympic Day is extremely important because so many people know about the Paralympics, they've heard about the Paralympics, and they may have caught a glimpse and seen it on TV. But here's an opportunity to come and experience the games, the events, and meet the athletes firsthand. It's one thing watching it on TV, but when you see the 6'5" wheelchair basketball player at full pelt on the court, smashing into each other, hitting three-point shots, it's amazing. It's inspiring. When you see the wheelchair rugby guys smashing each other to smithereens, it's awe-inspiring. And the same with the tennis guys. And that's what this does. It educates and gives our public an opportunity to meet the athletes and see what it's all about.
I think it's going to be a massive focus. There's never been a hype like this that I've felt a year already from the Games. There's so much, talk about the Games. People are really excited. I know that the applications that have gone in for tickets, I think, are just over 1 million for the Paralympics. I'm hoping that I get my tickets, and I'm just really excited. This is a city that boasts such an international presence. If you look at the UK, I think they're in the forefront of educating people about disabilities and accommodating people with disabilities, and that kind of example is going to be phenomenal next year. I know that there are a lot of athletes here that are going to focus and show people the abilities that they have and change a lot of mindsets when it comes to disability. I grew up participating in all types of sports. It was definitely my parents and my brothers and sisters. I think growing up, sport was probably the one thing that teaches you a lot of things. It just teaches you to be dedicated to something, teaches you to be active, to be humble, it teaches you hard work. But Paralympic sport's been something that's been a true blessing for me. You must never compare yourself to always be the winner. You must always compare yourself to yourself. You can always be the best rate of what you have to offer, and at the end of the day, then you can pat yourself on the back. And I'm exceptionally proud just to be part of this Paralympic movement. I'm one of many athletes that does their level best to participate at this level and trains exceptionally hard to show people all around the world that having a disability is just a small bit of life, and that they're still able to focus on all the things that they can do.
I think it's so important, from the turnout now, it's so good to get publicity, and knowing that London 2012 is next year, it's going to be amazing, and getting the public to know that it's next year, the tickets go on sale tomorrow, so it's exciting.
And if I was to be going for tickets, what would you recommend that I put my name down for?
Swimming, definitely swimming. I'd love to have loads of people cheering for me, but there's so many other different types of sports that's amazing as well, and it's a shame I can't go and see that many because I'm focused on swimming, but I think we have so many top athletes. It's just good that hopefully we get the public support going into London 2012. But I tried wheelchair basketball a week ago, and that was so hard, doing the wheelchair and bouncing. But I like Bucky. I've tried that. The athletics, with the legend Oscar Pistorius competing, that's going to be amazing. I like Jerome Singleton, their rivalry. So you have a lot of so many top sports athletes to come and watch, and it was really exciting, all the different types of sports.
I genuinely believe that will make all the difference in the world. I think because for the first time ever, we're racing from the halfway mark to the finish line. So we cross the finish line with the grandstand, which we don't normally have. So to have all your family and friends in the grandstand and be able to hear them, I think the minute you hear that GB chant, you're just going to get such a boost. And the last 250 is where that lactate really kicks in and it starts to burn. And you need that extra boost. And I think that's what our family and friends will provide us.
Any Paralympic sport is great to go and see. I think everyone should take the buzz from the Olympics, and if they didn't get tickets, to just take it and then come and have a look at the Paralympic sports and just enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the standard that is in the Paralympics now.
I believe very much so that Beijing and China did a good job of providing us with the cultural experience. And I feel like what I've seen of Great Britain so far is that it's going to be a celebration of people, of life, of dreams. So really excited to be able to come together with athletes from all over the world and share in that moment.
You just happen to see a day like today. There are British media, but there are media from all over the world have come just to be part of today, the Paralympic Day, and I think that's just amazing. And yes, I think the world is going to come. We're going to put on a show and the world are coming, and that's a great feeling.
It's very inspiring because it's 2012 and it's our capital city, Thinking about it gives you goosebumps. I mean, I'm going to go and watch the wheelchair fencing because I've never didn't even know that existed until today, so I've learnt something new today.
And usually you have the referee telling you it's good when you score a goal, but when you get 1,000 people cheering, it's a real buzz, it's fantastic. So 2012, 3,000 people watching us every game will be a hell of an experience, and hopefully I'll be selected to be there.
It's about a can-do attitude. It's as simple as that. It's every athlete here probably has a story to tell about, battling, adversity, and it's, to becoming who they are. And I think we can show the public that, and that's why we're here today. It's the public to, not only see a name or a picture of a person, but to actually see the athlete themselves. So then they can see them on television, hopefully, in London 2012, and say, right, I've seen that person, Trafalgar Square, on international, on the Paralympic Day, and so let's support them. British pride, there's nothing better than British pride, and we're hoping that everyone gets behind us for it, and that's why we're here. Of course, the day is an inspiration, isn't it? You look around and you see various types of disability, and they're at the top of the game. They've won gold medals, and it's just fantastic to see. But also, as well, the humility of it as well. They're very humble. It's just, there's no false pretenses there. They are who they are, and that's really, really good to see as well. For me, it's a chess game with swords. And, I grew up with, watching Peter Pan, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars, it's, Robin Hood. It's all been sword play. And, fencing is not a massive sport in Great Britain. It isn't. But, people like myself and other athletes that are bringing it to a higher level. And, and as I say, it's a chess game. It's creating openings. It's fast. It's aggressive. And at the end of the day, you get to hit people with swords, and there's nothing better than that.